John, yeah, 1-1 draw in the end after quite an uneventful game. It's up to about 80 minutes, it suddenly explodes in the last 10. How do you think we handled that period and also the game as a whole?
Good question, Liam. I thought we were really poor today. Really poor. And I think we've walked away with a point that I don't think we necessarily deserved. I really don't think that. I think Wythenshawe Town would feel very hard done by that. I mean, the reality is football's a crazy old sport. I thought we were really poor first half, really poor. Disappointed all around. I thought as a collective we were really poor. We didn't knock the ball about like we can do, or at least we tried to, but it was slow, lethargic. We looked a little bit lacklustre all over. Didn't look like we were willing to put a tackle in. Got fortunate. They could have scored a couple. They've hit the post. Don't know how he's missed it. Disappointed, Liam. Really am. I think it's the first time where I've really stood here and I've looked at it and thought that wasn't good enough at all, or in all aspects. I don't think we necessarily set up well either. So lots of learns there. But the reality is they came out second half and they had a bit of a go. Still don't think the quality was quite there. I really don't. I think another day, if we play a lot better, I think that's a different game altogether. I think reality is we were miles off it and somehow we've got a point. So it goes to show just the grit that we've got in the group, I suppose, and the toughness that we can show. And I guess there was a willingness there to try and scrap it and get something out of it. But as a group and a collective, we're really disappointed with that. Disappointed with the scoreline, disappointed with the performance, and we're looking for a reaction now. I am. I'm massively looking for a reaction. I think we're going to have a really tough week in terms of what we're going to do on Thursday. We're going to go through a lot of information. The stuff that we're doing slightly differently, and in fairness to the lads, they've took it on like a duck to water. So I can't moan or belittle any of the lads there, because I think they all are buying into what we're trying to do, and we have changed things. There's no secret. We've done things slightly differently over the last few weeks. I thought we were brilliant against Hensford. I really do. I thought that was our best performance of the season. Their manager said they put us to the sword first half. I'd argue the complete other way, and somehow we came out of it at a 2-0 scoreline. Wythenshawe will be looking at that and thinking the exact same as I was after we played Hensford. Thinking the scoreline should have been massively different, but hey ho, it's football. It happens. So we've got a big week ahead, Liam. Really do. I'm going to be working really hard over the next couple of days. I think we're obviously a couple of bodies down. It's not easy at the minute. We could probably throw 1,000,001 excuses, but they don't mean anything at the end of the day. The 11 that go out on the pitch, or if we want to include all of us, the 17, 18, including the staff, all of us, we need to work together to get results and to get wins, because without wins we won't be where we want to be. And in fairness to the lads, they've been brilliant since they've come in. They really have. We've faced challenges, we've faced difficult times, but we're now in one where I think we do need to stand up and be counted as individuals, as a group, and we need to prove to everyone that we are the side that we know we are. And it starts on Saturday. Well, no, it starts now. The attitude changes now, but the results then change on Saturday, and that hopefully then comes out and gives us what we need. So yeah, no, disappointed, but listen, we've come out with a point when it could have been another way. It could have been easily. So it's another point towards our overall target.
Yeah, the squad is stretched, but Kofi's come in and started for the first time again today, gets player of the match, most minutes yet for Lewis off the bench. There's positives there in that people are stepping in and not looking out of place.
No, I agree. Kofi's one that I've kept an eye on since he left, really. There's been moments where I've wanted to bring him in, but is it the right time for him? Can we offer him what he needs in terms of game time, development time? And there was points where I didn't think we could, but we're in a position now where he's got an opportunity. He had an opportunity tonight and he showed it. He showed what he can do. He showed the quality that he possesses. I think he could be more direct. I think you can see that he's probably not played at a competitive level for a little bit of time, so he's going to have to get up to scratch. He's going to have to do that quickly, but you all saw the player inside of him, the player that he can be. At times he could have really put them to the sword. You know, we used that phrase a couple of times now, but he could have. There was a couple of times first half where earlier on I think we could have been 2-0 up, bizarrely, just through Kofi's sheer, ability and quality. It's stuff that we've seen from Kai, so it's good to have another, a bit more ammo to the arsenal. I was happy with Kofi. A difficult game, a real difficult game. It was a scrappy game. It wasn't a tidy game. It wasn't a nice game. I feel sorry for the fans that watched. I don't think we quite put on the show that we wanted to or we planned to. So Kofi did fine in that. I think there's a lot more to him, and I think there's a lot more that he can give us, and I think he knows that as well, and I expect more from him, only because I think he could be a brilliant footballer, not necessarily just for himself but certainly for us, and I'm really glad to have him. Great lad as well, really great lad, willing to learn, willing to be coached, and you can't ask for much more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone who's seen the red card from Saturday can see that it was probably extremely harsh. Is this another one today, especially on the second yellow?
Don't learn the lessons, do we? Yeah. I think that's it. We give referees at this level an opportunity to do something. They're going to do something. You know, I mean, it's. I said it after the Hensford game. You could stand here all day, talk about officials. They've got to do a job. We wouldn't be here without them. So fair play to them coming out. Not a nice night, cold, wet. So I'm sure they'd have probably bought it to be somewhere else. But the decision's been made. Do I agree with it? No, of course not. I don't agree with a lot of the decisions, but they're made, and we give them an opportunity, so we need to learn from that. We should have learned from it from the weekend, but we haven't. So yeah, another lesson, Liam, but one of them where, again, hopefully this time we do learn from it. You can't rely on officials, you can't rely on the outside sort of sources. You know, you've got to focus on your own game, you focus on your own individual battle, which in the first half I don't think we did enough. Second half I thought we did a lot more. We showed a spell before obviously the sending off where I wouldn't say necessarily we were the better side, but we showed spells of being the better side, certainly. I think we came out really well. We played a little bit more football, changed the shape up again, but tactics go out the window if you're not willing to fight or battle as an individual. But they did second half, and they showed me that they do still have that in them, which is good. You know, there's positives to take out of what I would class as a bit of a negative tonight, but that's because I got super high standards. Your unbeaten record's still going, you know. So yeah, no, we'll take this and crack on again on Thursday.